All right, let's face it, students who graduated this year have not exactly had the typical school experience. For much of it, there were no sports, no school plays, no dances, and long periods of time with no time in the classroom. So that has a lot of students asking if now might be the time to reclaim some of their life experiences. Here to answer the question, should you consider taking a gap year, is the president and co-founder of Canadian Gap Year Association, Michelle Dittmer. Welcome to the show this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. All right, so first of all, explain and break down what a gap year is and exactly what your association does.
Perfect. So a lot of people will think back to the old version of what a gap year was. These affluent people strapping on a backpack, heading to Europe for the year. And that's very much not what it is today. Mm-hmm. Today, it's an opportunity for young people to really explore a little bit more what's out there. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of pressure in high school and a lot of pressure to make decisions. And when you're 17, you don't have a lot of those answers. So it's a time for young people to pursue their own goals outside of a formal curriculum. Mm-hmm. So typically people will work, they'll volunteer. Sometimes they'll throw in some travel or work on passion projects. It's really an opportunity for them to push themselves forward in some way to get some clarity for the rest of their life.
Yeah, and have some personal growth, which is so important. So how has the pandemic influenced people's views on taking the gap year?
It's been amazing to actually see it become a little bit more accepted. Mm-hmm. Before, it was kind of like we had this American dream. You have to go faster, harder, and really push through to get to the end of graduating college or university. And the pandemic has slowed everything down and given people pause to actually think a little bit differently about what is possible. So there's a lot more acceptance. And it comes through a couple of lenses. People are seeing that the mental health of our young people, they're really struggling. This has been a challenging time through the pandemic and just in general. So mental health has been an opening door for a lot of people to consider the idea of a gap year. We've also seen a lot of financial struggles with families. Mm-hmm. And so attaining financially post-secondary is a little bit of a leap for a lot of families. Mm-hmm. Some of your guests earlier were talking about the strain with the CERB having to be refunded. So taking that time to work and earn money, that's been another big reason people are taking a gap year. And then, like you said in the intro there, mm-hmm. a lot of missed experiences. No high school Europe trip, no family camping adventures, and all those things that really form who we are mm-hmm. in high school. I'm sure when you think back to your high school experience, it's probably not sitting in chemistry class.
No, but some of those experiences that they've missed out on kind of open the eyes for a lot of people as to what career path they're going to take, the school play that you're not going to be in, kind of, maybe you miss that opportunity to become a director, an actor. But let's talk about the misperception that people have about the gap year. A lot of people think it's a laziness on the student's part. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I would say it's actually the opposite. It's a lot more work to plan a gap year than to check a box and sign up for a program and they say, here are your courses, show up at 8:30. Mm-hmm. You have the opportunity to really plan your own curriculum, plan your own schedule. And so it does take a little bit more effort. Yeah. And it's also pretty ambitious. We have young people who are starting businesses. They're taking interest courses. We have a young person who is working to buy his family a family home for the first time. Mm-hmm. So it really is a lot of ambitious people or people who are looking to get clarity on their future. So it's not somebody who's sitting at home playing video games in their parents' basement, which is a lot of people's fear.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of parents fear when they hear gap year. Mm-hmm. All right, so if there's a young person who's watching this right now and their parents are not really on board for a gap year, talk to us about some of the pros and cons that they can use in their argument to say that the gap year is needed for them.
Definitely. So for the pros, you're going to gain so many different skills that you might have not been able to acquire over the course of your high school career. Mm-hmm. You're going to get clarity on what you want to do for your future. So I actually call it a leapfrog move. So people are scared they're going to be falling behind, but it's actually a leapfrog move. By pushing pause and being thoughtful about what you're going to explore on your gap year, you can actually make a better post-secondary decision. And so when some of your friends might have gone directly into school and then they changed their degree 6 or 7 times.
That was me.
Yeah. These young people, they actually make better choices the first first time and they get through their school quicker. So it's saving them time and money in the long run. And it can give them that mental health refresh that they might need. And so those are some of the pros. And if we're thinking about cons, there is that slight chance that they might end up kind of sitting on the couch for a little bit. But you know what? Sometimes that's motivation to get out there.
So they can figure out where they're going to go.
You got it.
Such great information. Thank you so much, Michelle.
You're very welcome.
All right.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.